woods can be an extremely dangerous place if you are not aware of your surroundings. Whether it be wildlife or an actual cryptic, let's see what these people had to show with their encounters amongst the trails. You have to be literally built different to have the absolute gall to walk around the woods at night, especially when you're tracking down Inhuman Sounds. After hearing a really strange sound coming from a forest trail just next to his home, this camera guy did not hesitate to go and check it out. It sounded like someone or something was in terrible pain, as if they were being crushed by something. What scares me the most about this video is that he takes his sweet time turning on that flashlight when he's out there. Like, dude, turn it on the moment you step out of the house. The uploader then begins to slow down as he finally finds where the sound is coming from, spotlighting a creature that appears to have extremely long limbs trying to navigate its way through something. To me, it looks like it's sunk between a rock, but it's hard to tell because our cameraman does not stick around long enough to find out. I wouldn't either, buddy. I have to forget that gnomes are technically also a mythological creature, but we just don't hear about them enough to really care. This group of friends, however, may just be the first to record their existence. What appears to be a group of guys just chilling outside a home or a building don't seem to notice it at first, being too enthralled in whatever they were talking about, in a language I sadly can't understand. It isn't until one of them points out to a weird, pointy-headed creature that was only several feet away. It takes them a minute to adjust to what they're looking at, until the thing moves sideways, showcasing its tiny legs as it shuffles across the dirt road. Realistically, they scream, run away, and the video ends there. To me, this doesn't look like CGI or AI either, and I think the legs are too small to be that of someone younger. There's nothing else to this video sadly, but if my memory serves me right, if you catch a gnome, they give you their gold, right? Or wait, is that one leprechauns? I honestly don't know about this one, guys, but whoever uploaded this video apparently swears that they caught a ghost on their trail cam. Well, we'll be the judge of that, thank you. The footage starts off as a still image overlooking an extremely dark forest, until some glowing creature thing comes running super fast in a straight line across the screen. From my perspective, it looks like it has 2 legs and no arms, and has its whole upper body hunched over as it beelines at a sight. However, because it's so transparent and glowy-like, I'm more skeptical that it's nothing more than smokes and mirrors with the help of the wonderful box that you're watching this on. I feel like a true apparition would be phasing in and out of reality, because it takes a lot of energy to be seen. If this is truly fake, I will say though, awesome editing on your part though, at even making sure it's running behind the trees as well. If somebody tells you that you shouldn't be doing something because of some horrible occurrences that are happening in the area, you better believe them. But apparently, the uploader of this video just didn't want to listen to advice. The video starts off with it being a nice calm walk through the woods. There are no scary sounds or groans from the unknown. It isn't until he walks further down this path that something extremely long in its torso begins to cross it. My original guess was it was just an animal of some sorts, but I don't recall any animal looking as pale and extremely long as this one. It thankfully doesn't seem to notice him and he makes it back to his campsite safely. The shape is incredibly eerie though, because for a moment it does look like it has shoulders similar to ours when it takes a step forward, the shoulder bone protruding outward like it does when we decide to walk on all fours. This one is just straight up nasty. I remember seeing this video recently, and I've been hoping to be given the chance to talk about it and dissect it a little bit. I'm not entirely sure who uploaded this video, but he managed to capture some amazing footage of a supposed floating man wearing a long cloak during a night drive. He seemed to be extremely far from the nearest city, since around him there aren't any lights and only the skyline of a city is seen when he finally meets the creature. It floats just about probably 20 feet off the ground, hovering in midair with no signs of struggle or hostility. I don't think the creature is even aware of its presence, which I find it hard to believe with clear headlights shining into the dark, but it doesn't move in the slightest as the cameraman slowly makes its way past it down the road. See, I would love for this thing to be a wizard of some kind, or an eldritch being finally revealing itself to take over humanity. I wish to gain some of this main character energy right here, if it was real, of course. How scary would it be that while you're taking a simple video of a forest, it reveals to you that you're actually being followed by someone or something? That's what this uploader encounters, because as they're panning through the forest trying to take in this wonderful view, right below, a structure that almost resembles a bridge. A creature quickly ducks its head behind a rock. And of course, it's when the camera lands on it, making it clear that it was watching our camera person. Because of the horrible quality of the video, I can't really tell if it's an animal or a person. Yeah, it has the shape of a human head, but it also has a grayish skin tone and has no hair whatsoever. It honestly looks like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Could this possibly be a deleted scene? Okay, I'm kidding. Nothing else seems to happen with this video as it pretty much ends there. I do want to say though that it's possibly a monkey of some sorts because of the grayish color, and its eyes almost looks sunken when the video is zoomed in. But hey, I'm just glad it's you guys taking these videos and not me. You should always keep yourself protected if you're planning on camping anywhere alone, man or woman, because besides other people being scary, wildlife is not to be taken lightly. The video goes as follows. A man is camping alone in the woods one weekend, when one morning he is awakened by a grumbling noise coming from outside his tent. Being curious as to what it is, he unzips the flap, and not even 5 feet from the tent is a huge brown bear. I did laugh at this part though, because the man basically goes, F that, and zips the front flap back up. Well, the bear didn't like that apparently, and starts pawing at the man's tent, wanting entrance. Using his noggin, the man starts to scream extremely aggressively to make himself sound bigger to the bear. And it works! The bear buggers off, and the cameraman is safe out of harm's way. I doubt he decided to stay much longer after that though. I actually despise this video while watching it because it is eerie. A bunch of explorers decide to go on a hike in the woods nearby, as is the trend with most of these trail videos, and have appeared to stumble upon a random pipe in the middle of the forest. The group explains that they haven't the slightest idea as to why there is a pipe here or what its purpose would even be for. To make things even scarier, they decide to snake down one of their GoPro cameras to try and get a glimpse as to where it could lead to. The guy who uploaded the video stated it just kept going on forever, until the pipe finally opened up to what appeared to be an underground cavern of sorts. It doesn't stop there though. Supposedly, while they kept the camera down there, they recorded breathing sounds of a supposed creature that was nestled down there. I don't really buy that part though. Probably just for dramatics, but nonetheless, it is creepy to have a supposed hidden cave just beneath our feet. But what was the pipe for? A feeding tube for the alleged creature down there, perhaps? I want to end this video off a possibly real scary encounter, but not with a cryptic monster or ghost. This video is about two guys taking their dirt bike out onto an extremely far out path that isn't connected to a city or town for a good while. They're basically in the middle of nowhere. It isn't until the guy with the GoPro comes up on a random young woman who seemingly pops out of nowhere. It startles him immensely because this woman is also barefoot and in the middle of a desert with no one else around her except for these guys. She seems to ignore him and continues on walking, but his buddy that was not far behind him says that she apparently started chasing after him. Doing some more research on their encounter, they suspected that it was a woman who had gone missing not too long ago, and for safety decided to report their findings to the local police. If this video is real, kudos to you both for not just ignoring this event or brushing it off. But sadly, despite their efforts, the girl is still considered missing to this day. That last one is definitely made me feel uncomfortable. What are y'all's thoughts on that encounter? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment about it. I'll be sure to see you all in the next video. Stay creepy, my crawlies.